Hello and welcome to English Language Shelf. Today I have something very interesting regarding pronunciation. The question is, why is English pronunciation the way it is? So there are several reasons in answer to this question. Number one, heavy borrowing. Number two, the great vowel shift. Number three, frozen spelling versus moving spelling. Number four, stress timed rhythm and vowel reduction. Number five, ease of articulation. Number six, dialectal divergence. And number seven, functional distinction. Now, let's understand each of these seven reasons one by one. So let's mind our English. Number one, heavy borrowing from other languages. Every language, whether it's English, French, German, Arabic, Persian, Urdu, Hindi, every language in the world borrows words from other languages. And this happens because of invasion or trade or a change in the governance system that influences the language. And what happens is that when you borrow words from other languages in your first or second language, then in that borrowing, there is uh, a retention. In other words, the language retains the foreign pronunciation rules instead of fully anglicizing them. In other words, instead of just fully pronouncing it the way it is pronounced from the borrowed language, there is uh, some retention in the pronunciation, or instead of absolutely saying that in English language it will be pronounced in this way, but we won't retain the foreign pronunciation. So what this does is, this means that English spelling represents multiple sound systems at once. For example, in English language, we have words from French, Greek, Latin, and there are many more, but I have brought three for you today. From French, we have ballet, ballet, debris, debris. The T is silent in ballet, by the way. From Greek, we have psychology. The P is silent in psychology. The CH, which is also pronounced as ch in chocolate, is actually pronounced k in chorus. So we have chorus, psychology, and chorus. And in Latin, from Latin language, we have dat. The B is silent. Dat. By the way, why is it? Because the CH, for example, chorus, the CH in chorus is actually pronounced k in Greek language. So that is why we also pronounce it as k in English language. So we say chorus. Otherwise, it would be chorus if we absolutely use English. But even for some words, the ch sound, ch as a ch sound, is also borrowed from other language. I guess it's from Spanish language. But anyhow, the first thing is that when you borrow from other languages, there is some retention, or the language retains the foreign pronunciation rules. Number two, the great vowel shift. In the 15th and 18th century, what happened was a great vowel shift. So in that time, language has experienced the entrance or the influence of long vowels as well as diphthongs. So because of this vowel shift, there came a change in the quality. For example, the word bite. In Old English, it used to be pronounced beat, beat, but in modern English, it is bite. You see the word B-A-I-T. This is actually a phonetic transcription. It is a proper symbol. It looks like B-A-I-T, but it's the correct way to say it is B-I-T. B-I-T. These are sounds. So the A-I, which is said as I, is a diphthong. So therefore, in modern English, it's pronounced bite. In Old English, we have another word like meat, which used to be pronounced mate, mate. But in modern English, it's meat. So you can see that a small I and a colon. This small I and colon, which is said as e, it's a long vowel. It's a long vowel. So it is meat. Once again, I tell you, these symbols that you are seeing on your screen with with that slash in the beginning and in the end, these are actually phonetic transcription. They are not proper alphabets. They are sounds, individual sounds, or a combination, just like diphthongs. Similarly, for the last word house, in Old English, it used to be pronounced whose, but in modern English, it's house. So you can see that a, and after a there is u sound, a u. So it's house. So this the sound in house and bite have a diphthong, but the word meat has a long vowel. That a and u in house is a diphthong. Number three is frozen spelling versus moving spelling. What happened in the 16th century is that there came this emergence of printing press. Because of printing press, spellings became fixed. So once a word or a sentence was printed through a machine, it became fixed and there was no way to escape it. So whatever spellings we have, we just have them and we are using them. So be careful. Do not blame the linguists for the spellings or pronunciation. It is actually the cause of the printing press. Now, while the printing press has maintained the fixation of spellings, but for some words, the pronunciation still is different. And that is because of the silent markers that some sounds are not pronounced. For example, the word night. Now, the way it has been printed, we still have that same spelling with a K, Knight. And in Old English, it used to be pronounced knixt, knixt. But in modern English, even though we have the same spelling with the K sound is not pronounced. It is night, night. Similarly, the word through, in modern English, it is through, but in Old English, it was through, through, through. Similarly, the word castle, castle, the T sound is silent. So, pronunciation, and what happens is that even though spellings are the same, but the reason some individual sounds are not pronounced because they evolve with time, and that evolution in pronunciation is natural. So, once again, do not go on the spellings. Whenever it comes to pronunciation, be careful. Don't be deceived by the spellings. Whatever the spellings are, always make sure uh, to use a dictionary, or you can use any pronunciation app so that you can get the correct pronunciation. The idea of moving spelling is in the silent markers of history. Number four is stress, timed rhythm, and vowel reduction. Uh, for native English speakers, it is natural and easy for them to, focus on stressed syllables. And in some cases, they also use the vowel, which is shwa vowel. And that is because of their ease in pronunciation. So they also reduce the vowel, and they also stress certain syllables because that makes the pronunciation shorter and faster, but less predictable from spelling. Although, uh, once again, as I said, that even though in spellings you may be a bit confused about spellings and pronunciation, but Remember that pronunciation is different and spellings are different. Don't be confused by the spellings. Just remember that pronunciation is always different from spellings. So the way it is in English language, this is because it maintains the flow of the speech, as it says that this makes pronunciation shorter and faster. For example, the word banana, banana, the stress is on the second syllable, na. Then is photograph, photograph. The stress is on the first syllable, photograph. Then is photography, photography. The stress is on the second syllable, photography. So this idea of stress and schwa sound is also, natural for the English speakers because it maintains the flow of their speech, and they do that. Number five is ease of articulation. As I said in the previous paragraph, previous slide about um, about the stress rhythm. Another way of ease of articulation is that some difficult sounds which native English speakers find it difficult to say, uh, they make it easy for themselves by either dropping the sound or merging them or changing them completely. For example, the word handbag, handbag. The native speakers, native English speakers, they say handbag. So the N sound is changed. The N sound is N, N. But the native English speakers, they say M, the M sound, handbag. And they don't do it because they don't know the pronunciation. That's not the reason. They do it because it is easier for them to say it. For a person who is not a native English speaker, for example, Indians, Pakistanis, or any other subcontinent people, for them it's easy. They say handbag, but for native English speakers, it is handbag. Similarly, next please. Next please. I may sound like an Indian or a Pakistani guy, but remember that the native English speakers they say next please, next please. They drop the T sound, t, t. They drop that t sound, and so they say next please. Then is probably, probably. Non-native English speakers they say probably. However, the native English speakers they will say probably, probably. So the BAB is merged into one sound that is B, probably. And this happens unconsciously, and unconsciously means that they just do it for their ease of articulation. The native English speakers they say the way they say the words because it's easy for them to complete their speech and maintain the flow of their speech. Sixth is dialectal divergence. Dialectal divergence. First of all, let's understand what is a dialect. A dialect is basically a form of a language or a linguistic variety that distinguishes or is different in terms of vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. Basically, all languages are a dialect. British English, American English, Canadian English, Indian English, Pakistani English, English of Arabs, African American English, vernacular English, and many other kinds of English, Cockney English, Scottish English. All of them are dialects. They distinguish themselves, they are different in terms of vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar. Since this video is about pronunciation, so I will just stick to pronunciation. I won't dive into vocabulary and grammar. For example, the word car. The British people, they say car, car. They don't pronounce the R sound, which is r, r. The Americans say car, car. They pronounce the r sound. The British people say schedule, schedule. The Americans say schedule, schedule. The British people also say tomato, tomato. The stress on the second syllable tomato. The Americans say tomato, tomato. May. The stress on the second syllable. So the difference is also because of this difference in the dialect. And for Americans, it's easy to say car, schedule, tomato. For British people, it may be difficult, so they say car, schedule, tomato. Last is functional distinction. This is basically about stress and pronunciation for the sake of maintaining the meaning, for the sake of conveying the complete meaning, your intended meaning. What is the actual meaning that you really want to convey? And you do that by deliberately changing the stress in the syllable. For example, the word record or record. If you say record, the stress on the first syllable. If you deliberately, purposely stress the first syllable, it will be a noun, and so it means record, record, record. But if you stress the second syllable, then it will be record, record, which means you are saying someone to uh, act. It's a verb. So you tell someone to record my video or record a presentation or take out your camera and record the scenario, record the celebration or the birthday party, whatever. Similarly, permit, permit. Do you have a permit to sell your oranges in this street? So the word permit, stress on the first syllable makes it a noun. But if you stress the second syllable, it will become a verb. Permit, 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 permit. Could you permit me to sell my oranges in this street? Can you give me a permit? Can you make me a permit? So the stress on first and second syllable. Similarly, present, present. I have a present for you. It means I have a gift for you. A gift, a present, it's a noun. But if you say present, I'm here to present my presentation on pronunciation. So the stress on the second syllable present makes it a verb. So that's all for today's class. I hope you have enjoyed this lecture. For more, subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon and give it a like. Also, if you have any doubts, you can leave your questions in the comment section. Looking forward to all of you in the next video. Till then, take care.